This is YoYoFactory Trick Shot String. It's a spool of pre-wound thread that lets you make custom yo-yo strings as long as your heart desires. And in this video, we'll be showing you how to use it. So when you first get your trick shot string, you're going to see that it comes on a spool and it's wrapped in plastic, and you'll see that the package says over 200 feet. So because we have to fold this thread in half to make it into a yo-yo string, that means that we can make either a single 100-foot string, or we can make 5 20-foot strings or 25-foot strings, or really however you want to divvy it up. So it's a very flexible way of making custom yo-yo strings. So you're just going to want to remove the plastic. I have one where I already took it off, and then you can just slide the spool out of the paper tube. So next you're going to want to find where the string is tied off. So you'll see this little knot. And this is pretty easy to pick apart just with your hands, or you can just use a pair of scissors to cut that knot right off, and it's pretty easy. So when you first take the string off, what you're going to notice is that it starts to untwist itself. So this already has tension on it, and you really don't want to let it untwist itself, otherwise it won't twist properly to make the yo-yo string. So if just a little untwisted, you can just kind of twist it back with your fingers. And when you want to store your trick shot string, you should take a piece of tape and then just tape the end down, and you should have no problems. To start making your own yo-yo string, you're going to need a yo-yo without a string on it and your spool of trick shot. So first you're going to want to hold the spool in one hand and pinch the end of the thread in the other. Then loop it around the yo-yo and put the yo-yo between your 2 feet, and make sure to hold it tight so that the yo-yo doesn't come up as you pull up the spool. So I'm just going to hold my 2 hands on the same level, make sure the 2 strands are tight, and let the spool unravel as I pull my hands up. And I want to bring my hands as high as I want the string to be. So if I want the string to be over my head, I can bring my hands over my head, but just for this demonstration, I'm just going to bring it up to my belly button. So once I have the string at the right level, I'm just going to pinch the 2 strands together up top. Then I'm going to pull the yo-yo up, and you'll see that the yo-yo starts to spin. And that happens because these 2 strands are under tension, and they want to neutralize their tension, so they end up twisting together. Now you can either let the yo-yo spin at the end of the string for a minute or 2, or you can just quickly spin it with your other hand, and you'll start to notice that the string goes from really bumpy and loose, and it starts to look like a normal yo-yo string. So once the tension looks about right, you can just set the yo-yo on the ground, take out a pair of scissors, cut the string at the very top, and then you can tie a slip knot at the end of the string. And if you're not sure how to do this, you can just check out our How to Adjust Your Yo-Yo String tutorial. And there you go. That is how you make a trick shot string. Now, right when it's newly made, you might notice that the tension is a little bit off, and that's because there's a little bit of residual tension in the 2 strands of the string. So you just want to play with the yo-yo for a minute or 2, and it'll be just like a normal yo-yo string. Now, there's also another method you can use to make trick shot string, and that is called the doorknob method. And for that, you need either a doorknob or a friend. This method works best if you want to make strings that are much, much longer than you are tall. So you want to hold the spool just like how we showed you before, then loop the string around a doorknob, or you can just have a friend hold the end. Then walk back, making sure to keep the string tight, and then tie a knot at the end of the string so that the 2 strands stay together. Then cut off the excess string, and then you just want to pinch a few inches in front of the knot, and then let that section of string twist together, and then you can do that once more, and again, all the way to the end of the string. Then you can just slip it off the doorknob, and there is the trick shot string. Now this method can make strings up to 100 feet long, so it might take a little bit of time to twist them all the way up, but just make sure to play with it for a few minutes after you make the string, and that is trick shot string.